let me ask you a question. Have you ever wanted to plan your own zombie apocalypse? If you have, I have good news for you. There is an online tool that allows you to do exactly that. We learn through new scientists that a researcher at Cornell University and his colleagues have developed a model which can be used to document the start and spread of a zombie apocalypse throughout the population. Now, I'll get to why this is interesting to the Zero Hour and its audience, hopefully, in a second. But first of all, epidemiology is an interesting field. It's one I've looked at a little bit when I was doing my international health work. These researchers at Cornell used a model called SIR, which is breaks people down into you're susceptible to a disease, you're infected by it, or you're recovering from it. Now, in zombie apocalypse land, the R for recovering doesn't mean a lot. Basically, you get your head chopped off and then you're not a zombie anymore, but you're not recovering either. Susceptible, of course, would be anybody who hasn't been bitten yet. Infected by is a zombie. Now, the math is actually easier, as it turns out, than it would be for most types of disease projection, because it's pretty much just the ratio of bites to zombie kills. That's it. That is all you really need to know. And then the travel, the ability of the infected to travel from one place to another. Now, why is this a good thing? One, it teaches people about epidemiology, which I think is important, particularly with all the hysteria we had around Ebola last year. Hysteria, which magically disappeared after the election when there was no reason to criticize the president of the United States anymore. So knowledge about the diseases and how they spread is always important. Secondly, while zombies are a fantasy topic, there are real world phenomena that don't seem to die and that cause a lot of death and pain in this world. And we will be talking about one of them in the hour to come. We will be talking with Stephen Miles, the advocacy director of Win Without War, about a zombie phenomenon that endangers us all. And that is the war hawks who led us into Iraq, whose ideas have been so spectacularly discredited. Remember, we will be welcomed as liberators. Remember, the war will take 2 months. Remember, the war will pay for itself with oil revenues. Remember, there will be no American loss of life, and so on, and so on, and so on. So, but these people are now leading the drumbeat for war again, this time in Iran. Will we learn? Will we get our lessons straight? We will talk to Stephen Miles about the 47 Republican senators who sent a letter to the leadership in Iran trying to undercut the president of the United States. We will be also talking about a new authorization for military force that could put boots on the ground fighting ISIS in Iraq and Syria. And we will be talking about these zombie ideas which threaten us all. Please stick with us. I'm Richard RJ Eskow, and this is The Zero Hour.